Left Behind. One evening, as the sun was beginning to set, James was pulling a good string along the main line. He was making excellent time, and the trucks were behaving well. He felt most proud of himself. Ahead, the line curved past a field. James knew that field well. It was the same one where he crashed on his first day. "Oh, Turbeef, young and foolish," he chuckled. "You'll never see me coming off the rails now. Trucks don't dare cause me trouble." Of course, he'd spoken too soon. The trucks had overheard. "Oh, we plenty of trouble to give," they chuckled, and banging their buffers. "Smart it up back there," barked James, and bumping them in return. That did the trick. An old coupling broke. The last three trucks and the brake van had come loose. James felt a jolt, but assumed it was another bump from the trucks and carried on. The guard braked the trucks to a halt, then got down at the van. He saw James speeding off down the line. "Oh, for pity's sake," he grumbled. He walked back to the last signal box, putting detonators on the rails as he went. The trucks, meanwhile, were delighted. "That will teach him not to push us around," giggled one. "Why, stop there," smirked another. "He said we don't give him trouble, but we gave it. He said he'll never come off the rails. Let's prove him wrong." "Wouldn't do that if I were you." Sat in a field nearby were more trucks. They were old and filthy, with rotting wood and rust all over, and they lay broken and crooked amongst the dirt. "How'd you get there?" asked James's trucks. "Did the very thing you were scheming up," said an old truck. "That James was naive, letting him think we had us under control, then struck. Poor fella's brake blocks caught fire, then we took care of the rest." "Lovely crash it was," cackled another old truck, and the rest laughed hoarsely. "The cranes came," continued the first truck. "They took away our friends who were still on the rails, then rescued James. We assured we'd be next." It paused dramatically. "Then the crane arms came to rest on the flatbeds, and an engine took them away. They were going to rescue us." But," stuttered one of James's trucks, "we're indispensable, unreplaceable. How could they not rescue you?" "Indispensable?" cried an old truck. "Listen, youngin', the workshop's built hundreds of you that takes the time to fix one steam engine. Why bother with us? Too much effort if they can make a new truck and be done with it." "So, if we crash," stammered James's trucks, "we'll be just like us," wheezed an old truck. "I'll never feel rails under my wheels again. If I got wheels left, been buried in the earth so long, who knows if they're still there?" The old trucks laughed like hyenas. It sent chills up the frames of James's trucks. They were speechless. A whistle cut through the laughter. James had been flagged down at the station and sent back to retrieve the trucks. "You silly things," he grumbled. "You could have caused an accident." We're sorry, James," they quavered. We won't misbehave again. We promise." James was taken aback. The guard fastened the coupling, and he puffed off without another word. His trucks looked at the back at the field and shuddered. The old trucks felt silent, watching the train disappear on the horizon. They hoped the young ones had heeded their words and wouldn't make the same mistake like they had. Just then, a crow had landed on one of them. The truck chuckled greasily. No good as a truck, and no good as a scarecrow either.